right, students, today we are going to do a project about someone that brings us joy. So, first thing you want to do is you want to pick somebody in your life that brings you joy. Maybe it's your mom or your dad or your aunt or uncle or grandma or grandpa or friend or brother or sister, right? There's so many people that could bring you joy. So I want you to first pick out someone that brings you joy. And I have a piece of paper here. You can do this on printer paper, on notebook paper, anything you have, guys. But just make sure you have a piece of paper. That will be great for this. And then I have two little helper pages here that are also on Canvas for you to look at. You can print them off, or you can just look at them on Canvas while you are drawing. So this one shows us a step-by-step of how to draw our portrait. And then this one gives us some examples of things that we can use. So first thing I'm gonna do, I am going to draw with a black Sharpie, but maybe you don't have a Sharpie, which means you could use a black marker or a pencil or a black color pencil or a black crayon. Anything that you have will also work for this. Okay, so the first step, our first step in this project, it says draw a letter U for the face. So I'm going to set this off to the side, get my piece of paper. And you don't want your U to be really, really big and take up your whole paper, but you also don't want it to be way too small, because if it's too small, then you won't have any room to make your eyes and nose and mouth on there, right? So I'm going to start with my letter U. Then the next step says add a neck and shoulders. And for a neck, I use 2 diagonal lines. And for shoulders, funny enough, I use 2 diagonal lines, and I just have them go off the edge of my paper. And then I'm just going to add a little top, since I want her shirt to kind of have a little V-neck. I'm going to do that. I think for my person, I don't know if I've said this yet actually, I think for my person that brings me joy, I think I want to do my sister. So that will be a really great, so this is how I'm going to start. And then now it says draw the bottom of the hairline, so where your hair touches your forehead. Because sometimes, this kind of happens sometimes when I see some of my students drawing hair, they think that their hair starts at the top of the head. But if you see this example, his hair actually starts down here and his top of his head is up here, and that's why you can see that much of his hair, right? So we have to draw first where the hair touches the forehead. But before I do that, I kind of want to look at my hair examples on this sheet to see if there's any of them that I think really looks like my sister's hair. I think she could either be this one or this one. She has really long straight hair. So I think maybe I'll do this one. But these are just examples. You do not have to do any of these. If you want to come up with your own hairdo, you are welcome to do that. So I'm going to draw first where the hair touches the forehead, just like this example says. Then I'm going to draw the top of her hair. And I probably should have thought about this, but if I wanted her hair to be long, I probably should have drawn her hair before I drew her shoulders, but that's okay. She has really long hair. Okay, and I'm gonna make it go behind her ears. So for her ears, I'm just gonna draw 2 kind of little curve shapes. And then I'm just gonna draw some more strands of hair in her hair. All right, now let's see, what's the next step? Now it says let's add eyes and a nose. So in our example here, there's all kinds of eyes. There's a couple different noses. So you can look at those or come up with your own, of course. I think I want to do the closed eyes with the eyelashes because I think that looks like they're just smiling so big that their eyes are closed. I love that. And then of course you have to add some kind of eyebrows because a face looks really kind of strange if there's no eyebrows. Okay, now I'm gonna look at noses, and noses are all pretty similar. They're just kind of a curved line. And then last but not least, it says add the mouth, eyebrows, and details. So I kind of already added my eyebrows, but I still need to add my mouth and my details. So there's so many different mouths I can choose from on our sheet, or again, I can always make up my own as well. So all right, guys, so there is my drawing. Now I can set these aside, and now I can get colors out to color. I think I want to use crayons, but you can use markers, color pencils, anything you have to color these in. Okay guys, so there is my finished portrait of someone that brings me joy. Again, I drew my sister. I just think this was so fun. And if you guys see on this paper, it says challenge, give, mail, or send a photo of your drawing to the person that brings you joy when you're all done. That would just really brighten their day. And you can also add little sayings or something if you want to leave them a little note on there as well. You can say, you bring me joy, or anything else nice that you can think of that would just be really, really kind. It would just be so nice to receive this from somebody out of the blue, don't you think? That would just be really nice. I can't wait to see how your guys' turn out.